Yes, Monday evening, about 6 o'clock. It has been a crazy day. We ended up not getting to bed. We, as in Caroline and I. She's here with me. Say hi, Caroline. Hi. She had issues last night. That's an understatement. Issues.
I haven't hardly slept an hour.
Yeah, she's probably not slept an hour.
I don't think I've slept even 4 hours in the past 2 days.
Because she has been having a lot of tinnitus and buzzing in her head. When she's sleeping, she wakes up startled from night terrors, nightmares, and then the buzzing will be really bad, and so she has just not been sleeping well. Because of that, I don't know if she ever went to sleep. I couldn't stay awake anymore. At 7 o'clock, I went to bed. 7 this morning. And so she did not sleep well last night. So we got a super duper late start, and everybody's sort of groggy today. Rachel slept. She slept through most of it. She slept good.
Rachel slept great.
Because Caroline and Rachel share a room. So Rachel slept great. She didn't seem to be bothered by us. Because Hannah and I were both in there trying to help her, and so in our den, we talked about her moving out to the den, but we don't have any curtains or blinds or anything on our windows in there, which I like. It's really nice, because you can't see in our house from the back. We have a big wooden fence, and the people behind us can't see in, and the neighbors nobody can see in. So, and I like it without anything on the windows. So we haven't done anything about that. But when you're having nightmares and stuff, it's just not really good. And we have a big shed out in our backyard that has motion sensors on it, which will kick off periodically throughout the night. Sometimes leaves blowing out of the trees will kick it off, or animals. Yeah. Generally, it's a raccoon, a possum, or a rabbit. But it doesn't take much movement. We've wondered sometimes if frogs are setting it off, because there's nothing there. When you look, there's nothing. But it's sort of disconcerting at 5 o'clock in the morning, to see. You're already sort of amped up from having nightmares, and you're laying there and you see that light come on, and, thoughts of Michael and Jason do enter your mind. So she didn't want to sleep out in the den last night. So she stayed in her room, and we were all in there helping her. So anyway, that was how our day started, technically, because it was 7 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, that was our day, and how it started, sort of ended all at one time. That's why I'm just now vlogging thing. Now Rachel, I will put clips in here. Rachel was quite the productive person this morning. She made our pie crust for Thanksgiving already. She made 9 pie crusts. I needed to get out of the house to get some eggs, because Rachel wanted to make Caroline some quiches, and she went to go do that later on today, but there were no eggs, so she couldn't do it because she'd used them all this morning. So we were going to go get eggs, and I thought, well, while I'm out, I had a very stressful, long weekend with everything that was happening, that I decided I was just going to get out, go to Michael's. I'm looking for a planner and looking at planners, so I was going to go to Michael's and Hobby Lobby and look, and not have any pressure on me. And I don't. Tonight when we get back, we have to get ready for the doctor's appointment tomorrow and Wednesday. And for us, getting ready for a doctor appointment isn't just getting clothes out, it's also getting medical reports from medical journals and things from PubMed that our doctors need, because some of the things we're dealing with, our doctors have never seen, and we've had to do a lot of research to bring to them to say, this is what we think it is. And they usually go, oh yeah, that makes sense, that lines up with that. That's how our EDS got diagnosed, and though our rheumatologist did say, oh, not only do you have EDS, you also have fibro. And so that's sort of how it's been going for us, is because our conditions are more rare. We tend to do a lot of medical research and read a lot of articles, and I haven't looked at these articles in about a month, just because I got a break and didn't want to. Sorry about the bounciness, but Caroline's been having some severe symptoms along with the eating issues. She has done this thing. She didn't do it this weekend. That's the first weekend in 2 weeks she haven't done it. Weekend before last and the weekend before that, Caroline came in contact with sesame oil. And I'm talking, the first weekend she just smelled it, didn't even touch it. And she took a plate from her room for Rachel to the kitchen, and by the time she got back to her room, she hit the floor and she collapsed. And she was semi-conscious, not lucid completely, for about 10 minutes. Now, when our allergist found out I didn't take her to the emergency room, she freaked. But by the time I could have gotten her to a vehicle to get her to the emergency room, she was okay. So I didn't need to.
And to be fair, nobody in the ER would have taken us seriously.
We're past the ER. I mean, if there is not blood gushing, we really aren't going.
They really don't take it seriously.
They don't. And so they're like, okay, why are you here? So she did that the first weekend. Well, the next weekend, I had meant to get rid of the sesame oil, and I didn't. In the craziness of life, I did not get rid of it. And Hannah used it, but since Caroline was asleep and she was at the other end of the house and she vented and everything, she thought that would be fine, and it was, as far as smell goes. But later on, Caroline went to do dishes and just touched it, and she got from our sink to the end of the dining room table and hit the floor again. And so last week, Hannah's allergist, Caroline hasn't seen the allergist yet, allergist called, and we talked about Hannah. We believe Hannah has what's called mast cell activation syndrome. And how to explain it? My easy explanation of that is, in your body you have histamines. They cause allergic reactions. That's why you take Benadryl, which is an antihistamine. And but when you have mast cell problems, it's like, instead of your histamines being good little soldiers and doing their job, it's like they're a bunch of mercenaries that want to kill everything, and they don't listen to directions, or they just do what they want to do, and anything can trigger it, and it can lead to anaphylaxis reactions. And in fact, the allergist told me to get 4 EpiPens for Caroline because she wants her to have 2 on her. Thank you. 2 on her at all times, and then like 2 in her purse and 2 at home. So we've got to check into that. And so anyway, so mast cell stuff causes extreme allergic reactions, but it doesn't just cause the typical reactions like a runny nose or watery eyes. It can go throughout your system. It can be neurological, it can be gastrointestinal, it can be I can't think of what else. It can be pretty much in your whole body. And dermatological, yeah. Like, it can be hives. Hives are a common symptom of it. But things like migraines, nightmares, night terrors, all those go along with it too. And that's why we're working on that histamine diet that I mentioned the other day. But anyway, that's where we're at with Caroline, and so we believe Caroline has that. So I've got to get all that information together for Caroline for her doctor's appointment tomorrow. And then Wednesday, when I take Hannah and Rachel to see the rheumatologist, he's really good and thorough, and he wants to be informed on everything that they're going through, not just the rheumatology stuff. So I need to get a packet together for him so that he can have it on Hannah on her mast cell issues and what we've done so far. And fortunately, most of our doctors, except Caroline's gastro, that's the only one that's outside the system, right? They're all within the same medical system and medical complex, actually. So they can, like if she goes to the PCP and does PCP runs labs, her rheumatologist, her neurologist, and everybody every ologist she has, except her gastroenterologist, can see the results and get the labs. So we always just have to make sure the gastro gets stuff sent to him. And so I've got to do all that just to get ready for these 2 doctor's appointments. And it does take a lot of time, and it takes a lot of concentration. We'll check back with you in a bit. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's been a busy morning trying to get ready. It's another late night for us, so we got up and had to run so we could get out of the house. I'm on the way taking Caroline to, sorry about the bounciness, to the her primary care doctor, and there's some frustrations there, so we're trying to figure out a game plan on what we need to do. And let's see if I can get this to stop moving so much. I think it's just that doesn't help, does it? It's just these Louisiana roads are just bumpy. We're on the way to the primary doctor. Been talking to insurance companies and pharmacies and stuff, because we all have heard about the wonderful EpiPen debacle that's going on right now. And last week the allergist said Caroline needs 4 EpiPens. So we're trying to we were trying to figure out what's going to be covered by insurance, what isn't, and then we have all this other equipment and stuff we have to try to get before the end of the year, and it's taking time, and everything just takes time, and more time than I want it to. Wait, we just crossed the river. If we got a good picture of it, I will put it in here. Okay, we just left the doctor's office. It's like 4:45, and our appointment was at 2. First, parking was crazy there. It hasn't ever happened before. When we usually do pretty good, but today it was bad. Everybody was just driving in circles looking for a place. So we finally found one when somebody left. Sorry about the sunlight. There's really nothing I can do about that. But anyway, we left, and I had a pretty calm week this week and next week. I had two appointments this week and 3 next week, and we added 4 doctor's appointments in after we left today for Caroline alone. She has to go see an ENT, which we haven't done. That's a new doctor. She has to go see the rheumatologist. The PCP was like, she needs to go see him right away, so we had to go. Thankfully, they're all in the same clinic and building, and it's wonderful. And I just walked from doctor's office to doctor's office setting things up. And so I went to our rheumatologist's office and set that up. I think that's Thursday or Friday. And then, let's see, ENT is this week and rheumatologist is this week. And then just to see her neurologist again, because she's been doing, I don't know what I shared last night, sorry, but she's been having night terrors and buzzing in her head, and so we're not sure if that's ENT related, migraine, headache, head stuff, but her neurologist is also a sleep specialist, and these have been waking her up, and it seems like the buzzing starts when she's asleep. So see her, And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, the allergist, because of did I share? I don't remember if I shared. I'm sorry. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But she is collapsing and having really bad allergic reactions to things. So she wants to see her to see the allergist, which we figured that was going to happen. But that's next week. They'd have labs done. They tested her blood. With what they have, you can't do skin testing for allergies because, I mean, food allergies, any allergies. You have to only test their blood, because if you you prick them with an allergen, you basically could send them into anaphylaxis. It's so severe, and since they don't know what they're going to react to, they can't do that. And with her already passing out from the sesame, we definitely don't want to stick her skin with it. So then we start the quest for the EpiPens, because insurance may or may not cover them, and so we're just going to have to see what happens with all that. We're just going to pray that insurance does cover them and I don't have to worry about it. So we're doing that, and I'm waiting for a call from the allergist for Hannah, but that's about it. Today's Tuesday, and I typically go to the nursing home, visit my mom, and then go see my dad. But because of the time, I won't make it to the nursing home today. I will only get to my dad's house, and we usually spend a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours together, doing genealogy and just talking and visiting. And so I'm going to do that, and that'll get me home about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I'll edit this and hopefully have it up in the morning if things are going well. We have to be out early tomorrow, so I'm going to hope to get some sleep tonight and get out and get to bed early, or than I did last night and the night before. So I may or may not check back in, but if I don't, y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you later. Bye. I just want to jump on and do a really quick update since I made my last video a little over an hour ago. I talked to the pharmacy, and the prescription, my copay for our EpiPen was only $30. I'm not sure if that's for 2 or all 4, so I need to check on that when I get there. But our allergist called after that, and we were talking about an EpiPen for Hannah and what to do and everything. And she said that there was a coupon on the EpiPen site, and so I went and she said to go get it, and I might not have to pay anything. And the coupon is for up to $300 per set. So I may not have to pay anything, which is like really awesome. I'm really excited. So we'll see how it goes at the pharmacy when I pick it up. But thanks for watching. Bye.